Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Okay, so today we're zeroing in on an absolutely game-changing tool in the Japanese language. If you've been studying Japanese for a while, you've probably spent, countless hours drilling vocabulary and conjugating verbs until your head spins. But there's this huge, frustrating gap between stiff, textbook Japanese and the natural, fast-paced conversations you'll actually hear walking around Tokyo. We're just chatting with friends. Well, our goal today is to completely bridge that gap by mastering one single, surprisingly powerful expression. Literally, by the end of this explainer, you're going to know exactly how to use the casual quote marker te to instantly make your spoken Japanese sound way more authentic and relaxed.
So let's be real for a second. Are you kind of tired of sounding like a walking, talking Japanese textbook? It's a universally frustrating experience for language learners. You memorize all these polite, formal structures, but then you go to a casual nomikai, a drinking party with close friends, and you want to share a funny rumor you heard, but you end up using this highly formal grammar, and it just creates this awkward, unintended distance. It's honestly like wearing a tuxedo to a beach picnic. Technically your outfit is put together, but you are totally killing the vibe, right? Well, consider this explainer your guide to finally taking off that tuxedo. We're going to dive into a super simple conversational hack that native speakers use constantly to share information in a really friendly, low-pressure way.
Now, in your formal studies, you were probably taught to use "そうです" to report hearsay or something you've heard from someone else. And hey, "そうです" is perfectly polite. It's absolutely necessary for the workplace or if you're speaking to someone senior to you. But man, it sounds incredibly robotic when you're just gossiping with a classmate. The solution? The casual particle, det. It does the exact same heavy lifting of reporting information, but it completely shifts the tone from a stiff, formal report to a friendly, everyday chat.
So what is it exactly? Well, at its core, nitte is just a casual expression used to report something you heard. It's your ultimate go-to tool for quoting someone else, passing along a piece of news, or sharing a juicy rumor without actually claiming you're the original source. When you drop nitte at the end of a sentence, you're essentially just signaling to your listener, hey, this is just what I heard, or hey, this is what so-and-so said. Instead of building this whole complex, clunky sentence explaining exactly who said what, you just state the fact and tack nitte right onto the very end. It's short, it's snappy, and it's literally the absolute backbone of casual Japanese storytelling.
Okay, but to use te correctly, you can't just slap it onto any polite sentence. The golden rule here is that it attaches to the short form. For verbs and I adjectives, it's an absolute breeze. You just add te and you're done. But you've got to watch out for na adjectives and nouns. For those two, you absolutely must add the short form copula da first, so it becomes na adjective plus da plus te, and noun plus da plus te. It's a super common place where learners stumble, just totally forgetting that little da. But remembering it, that makes all the difference in sounding naturally fluent rather than confused.
Let's look at how this plays out in the real world. Take the phrase, Mary wa kyou wa isogashii te. Mary says she's busy today. Because isogashi is an I adjective meaning busy, we don't need that da or anything else. Just picture yourself hanging out with friends and someone asks where Mary is. Instead of giving them this stiff, corporate-sounding status update, you just casually drop this phrase. It's relaxed, it's natural, and it perfectly fits the vibe of hanging out.
And the great thing is, this works beautifully with action verbs too. Listen to this one. Chichi wa ashita Osaka e ikute. My father says he'll go to Osaka tomorrow. Right here, we're using the plain short-form verb iku, to go. You aren't acting like a travel agent issuing a formal itinerary, right? You're just casually letting your friend know about your dad's plans. It effortlessly signals that you're comfortable and you're speaking to them on an equal peer-to-peer level.
But we can't forget that crucial little word da for our final categories. Kono mise no ramen wa ninki datte. I heard the ramen at this shop is popular. So, ninki, meaning popular, is a na adjective, which means we absolutely have to include da right before that. Imagine you're walking past this huge, winding line outside a local restaurant with a friend. You aren't claiming the food is amazing from your own personal experience. You're just safely, casually reporting the local rumor that you've heard.
So tying it all together, the formula is straightforward but honestly entirely transformative. Short form plus de equals instant casual fluency. It completely replaces the stiff "so desu" and gives you incredible conversational flexibility. You no longer have to sound like you're reading from a textbook when you just want to share a funny story or pass on a message from a friend. So as we wrap up and you step back into your language journey, I want to leave you with this to think about. The next time you're chatting in Japanese, whose words are you going to casually quote first? And how quickly will you drop that te to show off your natural fluency? Keep practicing, have fun with it, and really enjoy the new conversational doors this opens up for you.